we have audio? DM, floor is yours.
Okay, we are live, and what's this? That grave isn't here. What is this? Oh, okay. Well then, hi everyone. My name is Ninjaspence 21, or else known as Spence, and in that since that grave is out of town, and in that that we are gonna be playing a little bit of Monster of the Week, and in that basically that before we all get started, in that that there should be a link and stuff that we should have, then that any kind of our donations that we would normally have it go to St. Jude's season and such like that. But then that as of right now that Nate that that one now that one of our players Nate is having issues going on with just some personal life. So if that you can, then there is a GoFundMe link somewhere probably will be go on.
The GoFundMe has been filled as of, I believe it was last Tuesday, and they're not accepting donations on that GoFundMe anymore at this time because they met their goal. So we are very proud of them and very grateful to everyone who did donate.
Oh wow, then that is amazing. Thank you for that update, Nisa. So anyway, then that instead of the GoFundMe, please just make sure that if that you can choose to donate to like the Trevor Project, that St. Jude's to fight kids with cancer, and then that of things that have been displaced. Go on.
I know you didn't mean it this way, Spence, but it came off as like we're going to fight kids with cancer, not fight children's cancer. I'm sorry, it sounded like you said fight kids with cancer.
We're happy cancer. It's called money to donate.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. So who do I have at the table for this buddy cop monster of the week?
You go, Nisa. No, Nisa.
Nisa.
Oh, I'm Neysa. Neysa does games. Neysa does the things, and I am playing Nico, who, if you've been listening to Spencer's Entity Killer Tales podcast, Nico is a new cast member over there on that crew. So, no magic crew, I think is what it's called. Yeah. Anywho, hi.
And what sheet, what handbook is Nico?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Nico is the wronged.
Oh boy. I'll be playing a returning character of Cyrus Bartholomew Downs, the Searcher. I have a little history for him.
Sure.
Because I found the original character sheet.
Alrighty then.
So.
Oh my God! Yay!
So back in 2010, 2012, we had Soul Searchers, his ghost show. On the Christian Broadcast Network that got canceled because he actually caught evidence of a ghost that is Nace's other character, Arteloth.
Yep.
So ended up...
My old man, Arteloth. Yeah.
Got discredited 2013. Started the CBD Supernatural podcast. And there was the Neysadoes incident with Arteloth and Thunder Magic and a whole lot of nonsense. Couple years later, we had the Houston incident, again with Arteloth, renamed the podcast to Holy Spirits with Cyrus Bartholomew Downs and Oliver Crawford. Same year, Shudder launched and started to show Soul Searchers in syndication, so our boy started making some money. I'm sorry, I think the light up there keeps changing colors.
It's fine. It's fine.
ADD. Published a book. Started a Vine social media campaign. He went viral for punching a certain Ed Hardy jeans-wearing ghost hunter.
Mm-hmm.
And got a new show recently called The Unseen Parish on the Sanctuary Plus network. Now, it's not actually a plus. It's supposed to be a cross. But they just say plus. It's a cross.
Right.
Also reruns on Pluto and Roku. However, we have a little bit of a problem for poor Bartholomew. He is currently now single because his wife tried to put a hit out on him when he was doing a ghost hunt in Lake Charles, and now he is getting to experience single dad, ghost show host. Also, Crawford ran off. We think he's trying to figure out his walk with Christ. He might have just gotten lost in the woods. We don't know.
We don't know.
So that is where our boy CBD is at the moment. It's been a wild few years. I was hoping Arteloth would come back so Arteloth could just go, do you need a hug?
Good Lord. Alrighty then.
I almost took moves for the wrong to playbook.
That this is going to be a very interesting one. But anyway, then do both of y'all have any start of the mystery rolls before we get into it?
I do not. Neysa, do you have it? Or Nico, do you have any start of the mystery?
I do not.
Okay then, lovely. Okay then. So that the intro for this hunt called is Snaphu. Anyway, cue up a 1960s intro with a woman wearing an all-white business suit with a lapel pin of two heads clasping together with at the sunrise behind them. The woman has a gap-toothed smile with sharp eyes and features a presentation of a comical drawn militant personnel apprehending various supernatural creatures, and then that she kind of begins to speak. Snap, that the supernatural neutralization and abduction protocol is the worst kept secret in the shadow government's closet. We are currently tasked with maintaining balance, but unofficially. Righteous and glorified bounty hunters with holy water and a grudge. Whether you're a werewolf with a clean record or a psychic who just wants to run a coffee shop, Snap will slap you with a removal order faster than you can say unconstitutional. Our motto: if it ain't human, it ain't staying. Subtle as a brick, and twice as charming. So, anyway, he's giving me a death stare. Chat. The most death stare is just like, this is about to go down. But anyway.
Making me fight supernatural ice.
So basically, Cyrus, what would have led you to bring Nico on to your show for like an interview?
Actually, if we could get Nico's backstory a little bit.
Oh, sure.
I would appreciate that. Whoa.
Okay, so Nico's made a name for himself locally in the Washita Parish area. He's helped out with a few different hunts in like Monroe and Shreveport area, mostly dealing with like demonic incursions and things like that. The gist of his backstory is his husband was killed by a demon back in the old country over in Greece, and he has since done all he can to make sure that he's not caught in a similar position again, that he's not as weak and slow as he was before. He mainly uses a big ass sword that he actually has it where it can the handle will pop off so that he can travel a little bit easier with it. The sword's name is Phobos, for the fear and panic that people feel in battle. He also has a large Bowie style knife, but it's actually more modeled like a Greek xiphos, which is just a simple short sword about yay long. And that one's name is Demos, for the fear before a battle. But he's also got a rifle, just in case. Mainly, he's very much a protection first kind of thing. He doesn't like to be the frontliner, but he will if it means innocents can get to safety. So that's what I got.
I assume then, based on the backstory, that Cyrus would have had Nico on because of knowledge of demons and being a ghost hunter in the area.
Yes. Give me a weird roll, by the way.
Me?
Yes, Cyrus.
5, so that's experience.
Yeah. Then that I would just preface this kind of like interview thing with just a little bit that Nico is going on about like that. He just keeps on saying that this word Tabarus and then that it's just not ringing a bell with you and stuff that you've never heard of this before, in a sense, in that sense. So then y'all are mid interview and then what are y'all speaking about?
All right, now, unfortunately, right now, within the community, within the whole of supernatural, cryptid, and ghost hunting groups, seems like everything right now is a gosh darn old demon. Personally, my experience is on going out, it's usually a lost spirit, a little bit wayward. 90% of the time, they say it's a demon, and just between you and me, apparently somebody thinks their mother-in-law's ghost is one, and exercising might not be the worst situation for that. But I gotta ask you, why is everybody so intent on just saying it's demons now?
Well, I think that the easiest explanation is very much the people like the safety of being able to put a name to something. And with the Christianization of Europe in the early hundreds ADs, that became the easiest scapegoat of sorts. That's not to say that demons don't exist, but they are not quite as prevalent as Christianity and Catholicism would have you believe. There are many things that can masquerade as demon because it is recognizable and it gets them the belief that they need to exist on this plane. True demons are not exactly rare, but they are far and away much more deadly and lethal than the simple imps or fae that many people call demon.
So more or less, just it's a blanket, makes me feel safe to be able to call it that, or just misidentification.
Humans like names of things. The first words in the Christian Bible are that God made names for things. It is easy to label something so you do not fear it as much.
And as you say that sentence, I would like both of you to give me a sharp roll.
13.
Okay.
9 for me.
Okay, then that Cyrus, that you kind of like blink twice a bit, and then that it takes you a little while, bit Nico, to basically see it, but then that 2 letters just plop in front of y'all. And then that the first one is from like a name that you recognize, Nico, from Kyrie Johnson. And then that it basically says that greetings, and then that apologizing for basically producing a letter like this on your person. But I need your assistance as soon as possible. Famous vampire hunter Chantrell Pinkerton has been apprehended by the group known as SNAP, Supernatural Neutralization and Abduction Protocol. She is due for her meeting with the Vampire Board of the Deep South in a day. She was supposed to arrive at our residence before her and my eldest sister went to the conference. Please find the enclosed document that was brought to my attention. I had also put a small vial of blood for her to drink. Do not worry, it was ethically farmed, and please provide her with a knife or something. I am sure they have destroyed all her gear and has custody of her luggage. Good luck, and reach out to other hunters in your area for assistance. And best regard, Kyrie Johnson. P.S. Payment of $5,000 will be deposited into your accounts upon completion of this task.
Was I actually supposed to open this?
Yes.
Okay. I want to make sure I didn't, like, you were using it as a prop and then I was reading something I shouldn't.
I mean, you can read that. Please read that if you want to.
I've been dealing with some crud, so I'll take a picture to send Neysa
it
says as well so she sees it.
Got you.
That'll work.
That'll work.
I was just informed by my wife the baby does not want to sleep. I was under the impression that that was the case because I can hear her running through the other room. All right, send in that one. And that one. They are on the chat, Neysa, for Darwan.
Pulling it. Oh, in Darwin. Got it.
All right, so if my voice cuts out,
Nice.
I apologize. So let's see. Subject apprehension and transport Pinkerton, Chantrell, alias Ashanti Pinkerton. Species, vampire class 5, high level psionic combatant. Status, contained, sedated, restrained. Well, that rhymed. Incident location, room 213, Holiday Inn, Alexandria, downtown.
Holiday Inn. I forgot to add the Holiday Inn.
Oh, no, it's Holiday Inn, Alexandria, downtown.
Yes, if that was what Google Maps pulled up, chat.
Look, as long as it's not the one that's in Pineville with the makeshift fountain.
No, this is downtown.
Just, dang old. Some in Alexandria. There's nothing in Alexandria. That's the only place I've seen put a Chick-fil-A out of business. And this is the Bible South.
Oh.
Capture 8:13 a.m. Central Standard Time. Summary. After 14-day surveillance, Op Chantrell Pinkerton was neutralized during a covert extraction in Alexandria downtown Holiday Inn. Subject exempted high resistance, incapacitated 3 field agents, minor injury to 1. Agent Willis, femur fractured. Agent Cho, temporarily psionic disoriented. Agent Dubois, pierced through the heart with targets repair. Agent Barlow, optical vision damage. She straight up murdered somebody. Standard sunlight burst charge failed. Subject adapted EMP silver hybrid. Net deployed with success. Dunlop used CQC and neutralized the target as the net almost broke. Subject is current en route to La Legend de Marais. The team and I are hungry, and Robichaud has some of the best catfish in Chapelai, Minden, Louisiana. Sedation protocol in effect. Awareness detected. Local glamour and aftermath agents initiate memory sweep by noon. Our cover, traveling funeral home service. On the way to Bossier, Louisiana. Drop off time ETA 4:30 p.m. for target extraction to undisclosed facility. Agent Willis, Agent Cho, Agent Dubois were extracted in Alexandria for medical attention. Agent Barlow had fast treatment for optical damage. A field medic used a medical technique, graft seal skin on her left eye. Seal skin. Alright. She is still combat ready. 3 no-name infantry joined us from Alexandria to learn about the extraction of subject. They are armed with standard issue gear and equipment. Agent note. Barlow note. This one smiled during sedation, said, "Your waste of potential. Should be investigating the McCall. Requested full occult scrub upon arrival. Suggested containment level 6 minimum. Told my team she was a daywalker. The sunlight charges were waste of equipment. Sorry, a little bit of a... Man, the government can't even afford a good printer. Agent Dubois will be missed, but she did a number on us. Samuel's strength has been beneficial to our case." Dunlop's notes. Target was neutralized, but what she has done is unforgivable. As God is my man, I will bask in the victory, as Pinkerton has been a thorn in Snap's cause, and we have found some damning evidence that regardless of her protection, she is to be removed from the existence on earth. I will never be taken down without a fight. Know that. Signed, Sammy Dunlop, Aquafina Barlow, Field Commander Snap, Delta Division, Field Operative, Covert Specialist, Snap, Delta Division. The morning sun has vanquished the horrible night. All right, we're going to have to cut a large bit of this recording out. Hold on. Let me go ahead and, Nico, just hold on. Hit a button. You just, in the background here. Have you ever wondered what type of underwear you really need? That can be taken care of by MeUndies.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor, but might be in fiction. The heck this come from? Nico, did you drop this?
Nope. But I know the Johnsons very well. Kyrie and their siblings. I have done work for them before.
Yeah, but just literally an envelope done fell up out the sky.
They are gifted.
This is why I keep putting horseshoes up and iron, and garlic.
What is Nico's weird?
Nico's weird is a 1.
Okay, so both of y'all know of Chantrell Pinkerton, or have heard stories, especially you, Cyrus, that you have heard about like a female-esque blade type down south up in like New Orleans, and then that she just is a vampire hunter who had came here for like the World State Fair up in like the late 1800s.
And this is why you don't go to Alexandria. This is why you don't go to Alexandria or Pineville.
Nothing good happens in Alexandria.
Nope, out of character. Almost got hit there yesterday coming back because somebody decided to say 4 lanes of traffic. I can cross that without a blinker. Good luck.
Oh wow, that's bad. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Use your signal.
Be conscientious of other drivers.
Inquiry to the keeper.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a date on this memo. Are we to assume that it is today's date? Like the times 1:45, 8:13,
yes.
or 30. These would be today times.
Yes, and then that Cyrus that y'all been doing this interview at around like 11-ish, I would say.
So in the morning.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we could break for lunch, and I think we got enough to make an episode, Nico. Unless you want to come back and finish that up later, I can get my producer / editor to kind of finish up for us and add some of the other stuff that we mentioned elsewhere, kind of afterwards, kind of as a wrap up. Are you okay with that?
I am fine with that. Yes.
Right. I'm also assuming we do not get a choice in this contract.
It would be better to help when Kyrie Johnson requests it, yes.
Right. This is about normal. I've had this happen about 3-4 times. You remember that situation, that little bit of a fudgy wudgy down in Houston a few years back?
I think so, but I've slept since then. Tell me again.
Aliens type situation trying to hijack space shuttles. It's why I'm not allowed on any NASA facility right now. Mostly Crawford. Crawford did way more than I did in that situation. Oh God, Crawford might have killed somebody. Anyway, yeah, you end up going down to Houston thinking that you're interviewing somebody for your supernatural podcast about aliens. Next thing you know, you're dealing with mind-controlled people and like snake aliens and plants come to life, and some lady that just like was acting like the world was going to end, and then she started kicking everything's ass out of nowhere. Like, I don't know why she was screaming. That still leaves me confused to this day, because she roundhoused a man into a closet. It was impressive. But yeah, that and what happened in Natchitoches, that's still mostly Artelo's fault. You know the old man, right? The old ghost?
I have not had the pleasure of meeting him, but I have heard of his skill.
I was going to say he'll try to give you a fruit roll-up just because he thinks you're hungry at all times. He's still raising a college kid. Anyway, I think I get the gist of how this kind of goes is we got to take care of this, don't we?
It would be better if we could rescue Chantrell. Yes. She does not do well behind bars.
Would y'all like to do a combined investigative mystery? Didn't even have to even confirm it.
I mean, you said something, so I'm just kind of going with it. Hold on, I gotta grab my book that also has my shortcut sheet. Are you doing investigative, Mr. Neysa?
Yeah, sorry. The audio keeps, like, it cuts out every, like, 10th word. So I'm
probably
playing catch up. It's not only you, it's
probably the multiple microphones.
I rolled bad.
So for me, that is a 9.
Mm-hmm.
So on a 9, I get to hold 1.
Yep.
We already know what type of creature it is because they said she's a vampire or a daywalker, so she's half vampire. Best case scenario, half vampire. Worst case scenario, fudge mother and vampire because she can walk in daylight.
I mean, that the questions don't even really necessarily have to be about Shantrata. It can be about this organization, Snap.
You know what? I'm going to go with what's being concealed here, directing it more towards Snap, because my brain's going, that's food stamps.
Okay. Well, then you remembered at the 2024 election, and then that you had voted in basically that this person by the name of Tanya Lantham, that she was basically that the new U.S. president up in this universe, and she's basically she is pro giving everyone's rights, but you have heard a rumor that she's also in the know about supernatural stuff. And essentially that you have read up in just some magazine akin to like the National Enquirer, that basically that Tanya Lantham had basically cut all of the funding to this SNAP organization based on the fact of that their mistreatment to that supernatural citizens of the United States.
Yeah, that makes sense, because probably the first time I saw she cut funding for SNAP, I probably started researching because that did not sound like her platform.
Right.
Then find out it's a different kind. All right, Nico, I think we're dealing with a rogue government agency.
Could you repeat that?
I think we are dealing with a rogue government agency.
Rogue because they are not currently funded or approved, or rogue because they defy the Constitution?
I'm feeling both. Also,
all the more reason to step in, I believe.
Hold on, you might know this because you got more mystic stuff. And also, I'm assuming, being like Greek and all, you know more about democracy than Americans. Y'all kind of invented it. Is there any other type of, do you think there's anything like secretly supernatural written into the Constitution, like magic ink or something? Like, I've tried to contact Nicolas Cage about it because he's seen it. But,
are you asking for your podcast, or are you asking for yourself?
Both. I think it would be a good podcast episode, but, do you think there's supernatural stuff hidden in the Constitution? Do you think there's vampire voting rights?
I don't believe there's vampire voting rights. I do believe that the Masons know more than they ever let on.
Well, yeah. Anyway, my car, yours.
What's your vehicle again?
So
I don't remember off the top of my head.
To describe what Cyrus looks like, he is like a 6'4", kind of dad bod, beefy looking Southern dude, starting to go gray because at this point I believe he would be in his mid-40s. Ariat jeans, a Carhartt jacket that's all black with the logo for the podcast stitched into the back of it. We have long since ditched the glasses for contacts. A little bit of gray here. Ariat boots. Concrete princess of an extended cab F-350 with the logo for the podcast and the TV show on it. this guy knows how to advertise his brand, but also I'm trying to give it. This dude is about as faux country looking as you can get, while still probably knowing how to do some of the crap you're supposed to do while wearing that clothing.
So basically, like all of the big high-rise trucks that we see around our town.
Yeah, this truck has never gone off road.
Yeah.
The ones that make my girlfriend say, "I got truck, I got truck."
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Nico is he's a short king. He's probably only about my height, five-ish. Thick black hair, dark olive skin, very very obviously of Mediterranean origin and descent. But the short version.
Is he hot Greek daddy?
Hmm.
I was saying, is he hot Greek daddy? I don't think it came through.
I can't.
I said.
I didn't hear.
I said, does he constitute what you would call a hot Greek daddy or granddaddy?
He's only in his like mid-30s, like approaching 40s.
I'm older,
so he's not. Yeah. I don't know if he would qualify entirely as a zaddy. Because he tries to stay like nondescript. He wears rather beat up like jacket, like hunting jacket, and think about like actual like Supernatural, like the wardrobe on Supernatural minus the flannel. That's that's Nico. But he does have like a just a standard issue like Chevy truck. That's all he has. But given that the comparison between the two of us, I think Nico would say, I think we should not be advertising your podcast so much as we're trying to catch up to an undercover rogue government agency. I think it might be better if we take my truck.
All right, yeah, that's actually a very good point. Didn't stop and think about that one.
That you know that your producer, that you're a producer, Sambo. That you have been through so many editors and
what's my editor's name?
Sambo.
No, Spitz. No,
What?
please no, not Sambo.
I have an uncle named Sambo, but what is his name, rather?
Richard. So it doesn't come off as possibly racist.
Richard, never mind. I will run with it anyway. Anyway, then he
that's so I can say my producer's a dick, man.
Go clip yourself on that one, God.
I was gonna make that joke.
But anyway, then that Richard is just like, hey, yo, boss man, that catch. And then it's that brand new Instago 360 you wanted. That you can easily like have it. It is just like this. All it is just like the little small, just hidden camera that you can just have on you. That it'll be some good footage, would it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is already charged and stuff.
Thank you.
You welcome. And then he just goes.
That's your producer?
Yeah, I've told him a bunch of times, don't call me boss man. It makes me slightly uncomfortable, but he keeps doing it. I think he thinks it's funny.
He's giving more of the vibe of a like a second-year intern.
Look, I had a lady.
I'm getting 30 Rock.
Little bit, yeah. I used to have a lady that was my producer until my now ex-wife got mad that I had a lady working for me. I just take there's a complete disassociation for a minute after mentioning ex-wife. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's just get in the truck.
Hold
on. I got
a question for Keeper.
Yes.
Quickly, please. I rolled a 5 total on that investigation check before we got on our ramble there. That put me at 5 experience on the copied sheet from Entity Killer Tales. Did you want me to start back at 1 experience for this
No,
this one shot, so I'm not automatically getting a level up right now?
Right, yes. Yes, so that'll be fine.
Okay, I'll mark that one experience. Okay, we're good.
Alright then. Any other things before we move on? Alright then, so then y'all get up into Nico. Go on.
No, I was just, the delay is kind of killing it. I'm fine. I was just.
Well, hold on, Neysa.
I'm
I'm
good
gonna
to
see if
go.
I can do something real quick. See if we can fight the delay.
Okay. Technical difficulties.
Let's see. I'm already in the chat, so I'm not going to be able to. Spencer,
Gotcha.
can you sign into the chat? And, Neysa, you got on headphones, right?
Yes.
Yeah, then I think I can just deafen myself so that way it's not echoing and picking up.
That way we can see if you can pick it up over the phone, because if we do that, it'll make it easier until you get your vehicle fixed. Or we go raid a Carvana vending machine and get you one.
Raid a Carvana.
I mean, if we shake it enough, won't one fall out?
I don't think that's how that works.
mean,
Yeah, but that probably will...
it's a vending machine. I think we need to rent like a cat so that we can actually shake the Carvana on a vending machine. But it might work.
Okay.
Okay, mute yourself.
Okay. Okay, is that better?
Well, we're gonna find out.
No,
because I'm waiting to hear.
Muting was what we needed.
I did mute myself.
No, muting. We need her to hear us over that.
Right, and then
But I need to be able to hear her over.
I can
that.
still hear y'all.
Yeah, then I need to just deafen myself. I don't know how to deafen on mobile.
Sorry, folks. Trying to make sure she doesn't have too much of a lag.
Why don't y'all ask me a question, and then how quickly I respond could help us figure the delay.
How is Pupper doing?
Pupper's doing okay. Dealing around the heat.
It doesn't seem like we had a lot of lag, but we're getting feedback.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to.
Because I really don't want us to have reverb from us echoing through. Oh, we messed up where Neysa is on the screen.
Yeah. So let me just not join the call.
Okay, so that didn't work.
It'll be fine.
It's fine. I need more of like direct signaling to me when I'm being asked a question or something. Otherwise, I'm focusing on listening and trying to fill in the gaps. That's.
All right.
We just need to say Nico then.
Right. Okay. Then that's easy done. So while y'all are driving and stuff, then y'all eventually make it to Minden, Louisiana. It is just only about 30 minutes, just shy of just Bossier area, and then y'all are stopping for gas, and then I need just y'all to just give me a read a bad situation, both Cyrus and Nico.
9.
Okay.
Read about situation 11.
All right, and ask y'all's question.
So, you got an 11, Nico?
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't grab the sheets. Hang on. I did a brain fart.
You got 3, I got 1. So we got what's the best way in, what's the best way out, what haven't we noticed, what's the biggest threat, what's the most vulnerable, what's the best way to protect the victims. So we get 4 out of the 6.
What haven't we noticed yet?
Okay. So while y'all been driving and
I got it now.
stuff, then there has been a unblacked that as that y'all pull up into this gas station, then that there is a unmarked SUV that kind of pulls up to the pump beside y'all.
Government. what's your next question, Nico? I'll take whatever. I'll take the last one. You got 2 more.
Best way in.
Best way in is basically walking up to their driver's side window.
Okay. Biggest threat.
Biggest threat right now would be actually YouTube.
Okay.
Okay, so we got best way out.
Best way in.
Well, Nico just asked best way in, and you said go up to the window. Protect the victims and vulnerable. All right, I'm going to go with what's the best way to protect anybody right now.
Best way, keep it kosher, keep it calm.
Keep it kosher, keep it calm.
All right, what do y'all do with this information?
Too bad I have a -1 to cool.
Oh, me too. We're so screwed.
It's like, are you doing anything illegal? No. No.
Not at all.
We are being two
Just
legitimately
existing.
good citizens. Oh, that laugh needs to be in there too.
Good Lord. So what are y'all doing?
I'm gonna thump Nico while he's pumping gas and kind of do an eyebrow towards the 100% not a cop SUV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll kind of nod like I'm thinking to myself, so it doesn't seem as obvious. And I'll kind of turn to rub my face along the shoulder of my jacket, and as I'm doing that, I'll ask Cyrus, what do we think we should do? Just go up and ask? Like for directions?
Sorry, I got a text. I'm being offered a twisty slide.
A what?
Like the little kid slides that do this.
Oh.
Huh.
Interesting.
Oh, no. A friend of mine, they got a playset for their kids, and then the slide wasn't sent with
Gotcha.
stuff, and so they ordered this, told him like he didn't send us the slide, and then the slide that they were supposed to get plus the slide that they said to replace the one they were supposed to get both came in.
That's nice.
So anyway, ask me if I can come by and grab the box before Wednesday. So add that to the list of crap I gotta do this week before the 4th of July on Friday. Yay. All right. I have learned with my initials, you don't always talk to the police. They assume things.
Didn't the memo say that the cover was a traveling funeral service?
Yeah, but that straight up looks like cops. It's an unmarked black USV. Or SUV. USV sounds like something else, like an
But that
infection.
sounds like a TV channel.
Alien Encounters USV.
Maybe you could go and find the windshield scrubber while I'm still pumping the gas, and you could walk around their vehicle and see if there's any identifyings.
That's a good idea. Let me try that. I'm gonna go pick up the bug scrubber
Okay.
that I'm assuming is coming out of the grossest.
This water is murky. Like that this hasn't been changed out. That you had just saw one of the gas station attendants fill up the other one with just some questionable Dollar Tree awesome spray mixed in with just the cheap Windex.
Just looking at it like this has not been cleaned out in forever. This is just, you know what? This is like the ship of thesis. Is it still cleaning solution if you just keep putting more gross stuff in it and pouring in new cleaning solution? All right, you know what?
Ew.
I'm gonna still act like I'm doing what Nico told me to do, but like I feel it in my soul that I'm about to dirty another man's truck with this scrubber. Like, it hurts my soul just a little bit. Like,
Okay.
so I'm gonna take it, and as I get it, I'm gonna start on the screen, but kind of walk so I can see the front. Is there like a plate or anything in the front of the car?
That there is just like a stereotypical like Louisiana plate, but give me like an act under pressure as you are about to do this.
Oh yeah. All right, I got a -1, y'all. I got a 5.
Beautiful. Mark that experience. So as that you are about to go in and basically put this grody clean water.
I'm over here going, it's fine. I'm just a normal man doing truck cleaning objectives.
Now, I just know how to clean my own windshield, thank you very much. And as that the window rolls down, that you see.
Oh,
like,
you're saying clean. I thought I was cleaning Nico's.
No.
I thought that was what I was doing, was trying to clean Nico's.
That I had that. I thought you were going over to clean theirs.
No, I thought I was cleaning Nico's.
Oh, yeah.
I
Well,
thought I was
okay.
doing that, but like trying to not look like I'm scoping
I
out
got
their
it.
car.
I got it. Okay, then. So then that they're going to be like, that you know that you need to pay attention mode, because then you are about to scrub the hood instead of that windshield.
You know what? You were right, but also, do you see how dirty the truck is?
I mean, that not all is just not any different than just no other truck.
Realizing that not everyone has truck hygiene like I do. My baby gets scrubbed every weekend.
But anyway, then that, you know, that the name is Fayette LaRue, Special Agent, FBI.
That would denote why your vehicle is not marked.
I don't actually have a normal. I actually do, actually. Where are they?
Sorry, it cut out again. Did she say Fayette LaRue?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
FBI.
Promotion.
And I stated, and that would explain why your vehicle is not marked.
Nico is going to move to the back of his truck and like pull the tailgate down and start rummaging, keeping his face like below the sidewalls. Because I believe we've had interactions with Miss LaRue before.
All the way back to just officer or sheriff.
And then that I know who you are, that I've been told to listen to your show, Cyrus Bartholomew.
Oh, I do appreciate that. We need all the listeners, subscribers that we can.
Well, then, even though that I'm much skeptical, you know, like that those, you know, like just that one skeptic off of that other show called OBBO, something, I can't remember the name of it. It's something about like, you know, like dark woods hidden or something. I don't know.
You know what? I have heard of some other local podcasts. Personally, I do not listen to them. They swear too much.
I mean, that, and plus then that episode about the bacon hole was just weird to me. But anyway.
God damn it, Spence. I have lived for like months without the bacon being mentioned. Fucking, shit. No.
You will never live the bacon down.
No. Topher's the one who brought up the bacon. I've been scarred by that story.
That chat, he just broke character and just gave me a look.
Don't
I
put
love this game.
Don't put your dick in the bacon.
That is a life
Please
lesson,
don't.
y'all. Anyway, then that she is basically a Creole descended, you know, lady up in just like dark aviators, big lips, that, and then she's just like, well, then that what brings you to Minden, Louisiana? It ain't nothing but here, but just basically, I had heard something about them that they was doing some just type of like a funeral conference or something. So then it is a lot of like funeral companies driving in.
Well, not here for that. I've never heard of that. Family reunion on my wife's side. They kept me in the divorce. Oddly enough, was gonna go up here. One of my cousin's kids plays over at Grambling. Big boy, thick fella. Got a scholarship. He's supposed to be there, and I want to talk to him a little bit because he saw some weird stuff up in Arkansas. I want to talk to him about maybe he ran into Whitey, the White River Monster. So I was mostly over here to see family, but also business related. Yeah.
Understandable. So I mean, just that I'm also gotta just get gas myself too. Then that just happened to just be following. I didn't know that I was following a local celebrity.
Oh wait, thank you for calling me that. I'm just podcasting, small time TV star. But appreciate that.
I mean that and plus that whole Arkansas situation. Then that was just some just painted fish. I just think it was.
That's some pretty good paint. Stay on the fish.
Yeah, I mean, but that they got this AI generative. Who knows? Footage could be doctored and stuff.
That does make my job harder. There's no lie. Like, kind of tries to peek to see what the hell Nico is doing in the back of the truck.
Give me an act under pressure, Nico, because you're just staying trying to be hidden.
Nico comes out with a shotgun.
Nah. I got experience.
And then she's gonna be like, hold up, that I recognize you. That you was up in Shreveport dealing with just that abandoned school situation, sir.
I'll come back up out of the tailgate. Yes, Agent LaRue. Long time no see.
Yeah, I mean that just as long as we don't got those other riffraffs that like then that thieving in that chick that keep on targeting jet skis. It is an inside joke of our show.
Yeah, I didn't catch
Something about
any of that.
Blowing up jet skis and stuff.
Oh yeah. Did I hear you say there was a funeral workers conference?
Oh yeah. Then I don't know who the hell decided to pick Minden to just have this thing, but then we got like a lot of like funeral home and services up in the area. Then that they just want to learn how to be more professional and
Well, I believe we were coming to town to try. We've heard there is a restaurant that has amazing catfish chafalaya. I believe it's La Legende Mare.
I so love that our stories do not match up, and that was not on purpose.
Oh, that you are talking about that the
Playing that negative cool.
De Marie is French.
Yes, I don't speak the French.
The French.
Anyway, so accent. Okay. Oh yeah, then they definitely got some good catfish, but I'm just mainly just that'd be a good pit stop. That's a good idea. You know what? Then y'all, with just you around, I don't know, but I'ma just be keeping my eye out on both of y'all. Make sure then y'all not trying to do no Scooby-Doo type nonsense.
You mean reveal a capitalist to be the real monster by the end of the episode?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that all of this boogeyman stuff is just that anyway, that they just trying to make Louisiana spooky again.
Always been that way.
Yeah, I mean, that the only thing that I only believe in is just that Annabelle doll, but I need to go pump gas, so y'all have a good one.
After she walks off, just gonna get back in Nico's truck and wait for him to get inside.
I'll finish up the pumping of the gas as quick as possible and get ready to roll.
When you get back in, Nico, how is that one individual able to make everybody so immediately uncomfortable?
I still didn't. I couldn't make any of that out.
Said Nico, how is this one individual able to make everybody uncomfortable?
I believe that in her past, or perhaps her parents' pasts, they made a bad deal with someone that instead of giving her any gifts of charisma or beauty, she got cursed.
That sucks.
But that's only a theory, and you didn't hear it from me. Let's get out of here before she comes back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then y'all make
And
y'all
I
way.
will
sorry.
drive us out.
Alright, and then y'all drive, and then y'all end up coming up to like a bend in the road, and then y'all end up making it to like La Legend de Marie. It is basically that, based on like the real world Fuller House that is in Minden. So then it is like a Queen Anne style building, but it is packed to the brim with just like black hearses, like different types of cars, like various bunch of funeral companies there.
Is it like downtown area where we could find parking like around the block instead and walk in?
It is kind of sort of like, I would say that it is like, if that you have ever been to Minden, it is kind of like off the outskirts of downtown, but it's easy like another parking lot that y'all can park in from like a half a block or so.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to park not in the immediate vicinity, but like close enough for walking and or running distance.
Okay, that is noted.
How are we going to do this? I feel like we may not be the two sharpest bricks in the bag. How are we going to do this?
All right, option one. We burn the building down and we all face our sins. I don't
think that's on the table.
Sorry.
Too many innocents.
I had to get that out. Crawford's not here. Crawford is my intrusive thoughts as a living entity. Second, if either of us could try to do any, magic, we could disable every vehicle that's in the parking lot. Looking at them, the oldest one's a 78. Heck, that thing might be about to die anyway. It's choking down so much leaded fuel that's still left in it.
About how many funeral looking cars are parked over there?
About 4.
4?
Yes. And
that's a possibility.
Option 3.
And what time is it? Sorry, before we move off of this option, what time is it right now?
It is about, let's see.
We left at 11. So.
Yeah, so it is roughly almost about 1.
And Minden is not that big of a
Roughly
town.
What?
About 1, and Minden's not that big of a town, so there's traffic, but not a ton.
Okay, but in our memo, it said ETA 145. Are we to assume that's ETA for arriving at La Legend de Marie?
It could either be that or them getting to their actual base, because if they stop to get lunch and it's just now about 1, they still have over 40. They have an hour to eat.
Yeah.
So I would hedge my bets that their vehicle has shown up.
Okay. Sorry. Your third option?
Call the police. every last one of those vehicles down there got one violation or another on them. I see 2 out tail lights that have been smashed. I see one that the tent is definitely not street legal. And then the fourth one, the cop will find a reason to ticket it. I mean, this is a small town, and we're on what, Friday? They need to hit that quota. So, I mean, option 2 is probably still the best, isn't it?
Perhaps maybe a combination of the second and the third. If we disable the engines and disable something that could get them pulled over if they manage to re-enable the engines. Like we could remove license plates. How many people check their license plates before they drive off?
This is an unregistered government agency, so they may. Also, they might have like that James Bond stuff to where it flips over and it's got like a backup license plate. They might have some gizmos and gadgets. Oh, they might have machine guns.
Well, if they did, we'd be able to identify them easier if they were prepared for that sort of thing, you see?
All right, that's true. All right, let's see if I can talk to the Lord and get him to maybe help us with a little bit of higgledy-piggledy magic-wagic.
I will try to disable the cars.
Okay. Give me a weird roll, Nico.
Nico's trying to just.
Are you doing it mechanically?
Are you doing it mechanically, Nico, or are you doing it? I'm using magic to try to mess with the engines.
What would a mechanical roll be? Would that be a sharp?
I would say an act under pressure, but I will let you use your sharp score.
So I'm rolling weird.
You would let use what?
I will let you use your sharp score to make an act under pressure.
It keeps cutting out. I can't.
He'll let you.
I can't even hear what you're saying.
You can make a sharp score. Let me turn this off. Maybe the fans messing with it, or it might just be Discord because Discord was a butt Monday. Going to spend a lot to make it a 12 for a full success.
And then what are you doing exactly?
But you can make a act under pressure using your sharp. Neysa is what he said. Did that come through?
Okay. Okay. That I can do. Okay. I got a 9.
Okay, I will get back to that. So.
Cyrus is going to do like he does every time he casts magic. He's going to pray as a good boy. Dear Lord, if you could find it within your busy schedule today, because I do know that I do know a couple games are on, and I know you do like to catch those, oh Lord. So if you could, in this moment, aid me to just like maybe rupture a couple solenoids on these 4 vehicles in the parking lot, I'd be eternally grateful as your servant and podcaster, Cyrus Bartholomew Downs, Esquire.
Now you hear a voice in your head to go like, "Now Cyrus, I will take care of that for you. It's okay.
Right,
just watch." And then you just see it just squirrels just start just pecking at tires. And then you hear like one vehicle, smoke just start coming out of it.
Oh my God. Cyrus is just staring as squirrels start to dismantle fucking persons.
Yo, you contacted Awa, and she answered, and she has turned all of Pandora against these motherfuckers. Let's go.
Okay,
let's go.
You got a 9. So my favorite questions to always ask: worst outcome, hard choice, or price to pay?
I would like a price to pay.
Ooh.
You get attacked by squirrels.
No, something much, much worse.
Oh no.
What kind of magic are you using to disable a vehicle?
Said mechanical.
Mechanical.
Yeah, Nico was trying to be mechanical about it, not magical.
Gotcha. So as that, you are basically disabling that this one just something about this SUV just. It says something along the lines of like that the Lord's faith to make sure that you know that your loved ones go on or something like that. It's just something just felt off about that slogan, And then as that you are basically, just as that you had got the axle off of that the wheel bearing, that you feel something pressed up against the skull of your head. And like that you hear like, now I'm gonna just need you to stay right there. You know that the barrel itself feels shaky, as if like that they don't have a steady hand.
Do
Okay.
I see this happen?
Give me a sharp roll.
That is an 11.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right.
And then you kind of see like that this young, scrappy-looking person is just like, just dressed up like a altar pew boy, but then that they have a pistol up to like Nico's head as that he's still kneeling down. What were you about to say, Nico?
I was going to. I feel like I would have had like my knife, the most in hand, helping me like do the finagling in the wheel well. So I will drop the knife underneath the behind the wheel area, and then I'll hold my hands out to the side like this, still down here like this, and very quietly, so I can kind of gauge how much this kid is paying attention, because I don't know it's a kid yet, or like a young person. I don't know that. I just know that the hand is shaky. So I'll whisper and say, I really don't think that you're wanting to be doing this. And as soon as I hear the person holding the gun to the back of my head say anything in response to that, I will be sweeping my legs around to knock their legs out from under them. It's a trying to distract them and get them focused on something else to answer me, and then I can sweep their legs.
Okay, Cyrus, what are you going to do up in this split second before that this person speaks again?
Was moving quickly to get over there, not realizing Nikos was about to sweep the legs. So I'm assuming by the time my large frame makes it there, Nico will have already done what Nico is doing.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's...
So then that the voice is just going to be like, just, you know what, that you're just going to stay right there. And then as that they look like that they are about to like call up into like a lapel mic, give me a kick some ass roll.
Total of, hang on, math, 6 plus 2, 8. Total of 8.
So that you do harm to each other. So how much does a kick do?
Does Nico have martial arts?
No.
It'll probably be about 1.
It's 1 either way.
Yeah.
I would like to protect someone. Like, does this guy like try to shoot or hit Nico?
That this is what is going to happen. That, that the leg sweep goes off and then they're like, whoop, and then that he accidentally pulls the trigger, and then that trigger is about to go towards like the thigh area of a Nico.
Okay, that is... So, I get to roll weird instead of tough with this because of, I took holy strength and not unholy strength from the Monsters playbook. So whenever I get to do that, so that makes it a 9.
Okay.
And I will take all the harm.
Okay, then you just take like 1 harm, ignore armor.
I take no harm because I take 2 less harm to damage.
Gotcha.
Not armor, just
resilience or something.
Prepared to defend and enchanted clothing. My Carhartt.
There we go.
I got some protection stitched into.
So then you basically take the shot. Go on.
I was gonna ask because that was a lot that I was missing in there. Did I take any harm from the gun going off?
I did protect someone because that's the way Cyrus is built. I took no damage, but I more or less, I'm gonna grab the gun arm and.
That's my gun arm, man. And then that basically then that what y'all basically see is that we will take a small break.
Okay. We just assaulted a junior, like, not quite government officer.
And then we will be right back. Give us about 5 minutes, y'all, and then we will finish up this quick and fun one shot.
Cool. We're back.
Yes, we are back.
I feel relief.
Yes. So anyway, then as y'all are basically holding on to basically that, that this individual visual that both of you see, like, in at the back of this van hearse that he had jumped out of, it is basically like that this silver plated solid oak wood coffin.
All right, so I got the kid's arm.
Yeah, and then give me just a general tough roll to see that if you still can maintain it.
That is a 9.
That you are kind of getting a little bit weak-handed, but then you can maybe hold on to him for
Have squirrels disabled this vehicle as well, like chewed through the tires and like blown the engine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does it look like, since this is supposed to be like the back of a funeral thing, does it look like the coffin is on like a gurney to be rolled?
Yes.
Nico, grab and roll.
I get my knife back from underneath the wheel well and move around to the back of the SUV to try to pop it open. Hopefully it's not locked.
It is. As you try to go open it.
Oh.
Can't open it.
I'll run back around. Did the kid come out of the driver's seat?
No, that he came like out the back, judging from the situation.
But he closed the door when he got out.
No, he had left it wide open.
But you just said it was...
The SUV?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I thought you just told Nico it was locked.
No, that the casket is locked.
Oh, okay. I thought you said the back door was locked. My bad.
No, I wanted to get into the, like, to wheel the thing out. He said, grab the gurney thing. So I wanted to flip open the hatch and then pull the gurney with the casket out.
That you can basically like get that unlocked, but then that the casket itself is locked.
I'm not trying to open the casket right now. Just get the gurney out so we can book it.
Oh, easily enough. Yeah.
All right.
I got the gurney out. I'm taking it down the sidewalk and getting it out of sight of the parking lot as quickly as possible.
Okay, so...
Like, I'm gone.
I'm going to use my move, Akram's broadsword.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm going to say, this is the first time I've encountered Snap, right?
Yes.
So when you first encounter something strange, you may ask the keeper what sort of thing it is. They will tell you if it or the case or cause is natural, unnatural, creature, weird, or phenomenon. So, I mean, you're going to tell me probably something I already know, but making sure I use my abilities as a seeker.
Okay.
So, what sort of thing is up with this as I hold this kid's arm?
As in that the kid itself, or else just Snap as a whole?
I guess it is up to you as the keeper to make that decision, because this is vague.
Human, but slightly a bit supernatural. A bit.
Alright, so human plus.
Human more like with just add-ons.
They accessorized. That is... Nope, that's the only thing I can use with that. So, I'm still holding this kid that has a gun.
Yeah, another tough roll.
What I was going to say is I got him, Nico's running with the gurney over to a parking lot so we can shove this in the back of a freight. Is it a Chevy, did you say, Neysa, for Nico? Is it a Chevy?
You are correct.
Okay. I'm sorry, for some reason I'm just imagining like an old, like 80s or 70s Chevy that's still like kind of baby blue. I don't know why.
Yeah. Go with that. We'll go with that.
Right. So what I'm going to do, since I have this kid, and I really don't want to, like, hurt him, is, in that case, I'm going to do something weird.
Okay.
I'm going to use magic to do one thing that's not humanly possible.
Okay.
And that is put a young adult to sleep.
Okay. Okay.
I'm still fine on luck. I'm just going to end up flashing back to Arloth telling me not to do things.
Okay.
Because you have a flashback to your first encounter, so it's just like, Arloth, you can't film me. This isn't a... I didn't consent. I did not sign a... I did not sign an NDA. And I'm just going to start saying, all right, now you got to understand something about NDA, kid. If someone says they have to sign it, you legally then have to go through an entire process, or you are going to get, oh my God, he is asleep.
Yep, as that you are basically that you had like, remember you were like interviewing like some type of fighter that they had claimed that they had like basically fought up against a yokai and put it to sleep, and then he was demonstrating a sleeper hole, and then you remember that technique.
Right, once the kid's asleep, I'm out. I'm catching up to Nico like, crap.
Alrighty then. Give me a act under pressure.
Oh, cool. Oh, hey. Questions.
Hard choice. Worst outcome or price to pay.
Hard choice.
Hard choice is that you can get with Nico, but the way that the body is going to land, that it's going to hit a hidden panic button. Or that you can basically stay behind and take the risk of getting spotted so that, you know, like knocked out dude doesn't hit the panic button.
That sounds like worst outcome. Still a hard choice.
It's a hard choice.
Neysa, for the sake of the story, I think I'm about to cause us to have a chase sequence.
Okay.
While we push a casket through a small town to your blue Chevy. So I'm gonna let him follow the panic button as I run and immediately hit the other side of the coffin and start pushing.
Okay, then I will get back to that. That the panic button goes off, and then that you just basically hear like a blaring siren as just like some patrons come out, and then that like somebody that looks like that has like Poindexter glasses, slick black hair, and he just like, oh my, that is a loud noise. That hurts. That can even wake up the dead. And then you just see just two individuals as y'all are running and pushing out this coffin. One is like this younger 20s absolute unit of a black man. Just think about like Shamar Moore, Wesley Snipes, and also Michael J. White combined in his prime. All of them in the prime. Absolute unit of a man. And then you also see...
Okay.
Let me describe this other character. And then you also see that this interracial but very light-skinned, straight blonde hair, you know, like she kind of has like a eye patch on her eye, but she still has glasses on, and then that she is also coming out, and then that
would be the Agent Barlow that got the skin graft
What's bad is
for her eye.
Coming out, I want to be like, I'm very proud of you for being so strong. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride Month, as we are allies here at TBA. But anyway. And then that you just see, just like that that the guy put two and two together, and he's just like, we have a situation. We need these guys captured now.
Oh God, he's gonna Terminator run at us. How far? Wait, we weren't parked that far away.
Y'all were parked a block.
Like,
okay,
yeah,
hold on.
Not terribly far, but
we do have
it's a
to
bit of a
clarify
run.
Something, because my idea of a block is to the next street, and I've learned in some cities that's a mile, and in other cities it's like 2 houses.
Well, I mean, I wanted to be like, I didn't want to be in direct line of sight. I wanted us to be like parked out of sight. So I was thinking that we would be like around the block, like not just the next street, but like down this and around the back side of the block.
that'll be fine.
Just gonna. We need to go. We need to go. We need to go. We need to go.
Going as fast as we can.
Move your little legs and I'm shoving too.
All right, give me a first roll of an act under pressure. Both of you.
Oh, cool.
Oh, a what now?
Act under pressure. A cool roll.
I'm marking experience because that.
Rather than cool, could it be a tough based roll though?
Yes, I mean.
We're trying to push a gurney down the sidewalk.
Is this connected to fear, despair, anything like that? Is this connected to fear on act under pressure?
I would say so, because y'all are scared.
I don't have to roll. Because Cosmic Insight, you never need to act under pressure due to fear.
I would say that give me act under pressure by using your tough. Yeah, good call, Nico. Because I am a generous keeper.
Okay, I didn't hear Neysa say that, my bad.
It's all good.
I got double sixes plus 2.
Okay,
I got 14.
That actually works out. So then y'all make it like halfway there as just like that this black man, that the camera shifts as that he just jumps the railing while that that the eye patch lady is just already paying for the food, but she still has catfish aphalia in her hand, eating it on the go, chasing after y'all.
Okay, I need to remember this. I roll weird for act under pressure due to the monster. I don't roll for act under pressure due to fear, despair, isolation, and I do not need to roll act under pressure if there's anything that changes the environment around me. So if someone decides to domain shift like Jujutsu Kaisen, I got 2 extra armor to soak harm, and the law of physics don't apply to me. I got the power of anime and God on my side.
This is why I love this
Beautiful.
So much. Anyway, so then y'all are about halfway there, and then y'all start to hear just warning shots go up like that. I'm about to shoot. Y'all better come on. Stop moving that thing.
I would like to. Let me see here. I think I would like to try to throw some sort of an obstacle behind us, chase sequence style. Is there dumpsters or any sort of discarded furniture or something set along the sidewalk that we could potentially toss behind us?
There is a garage sale that y'all are running right past. And there's just computer desk, a big heavy hutch desk, and then there is just basically just a bunch of porcelain dolls, and then you just have just a grandma just sitting outside, just that'd be $59 for that hutch desk.
I'm gonna just slap 100 and
okay.
start and say, yeet every doll that you want at them.
I was gonna use telekinesis.
I feel Meemaw still needs to get paid. Meemaw needs to be paid for creepy dolls.
Alrighty then, use that telekinesis roll, because I want to see this happen.
Okay, so telekinesis is one of the new expanded moves. So I'm gonna roll weird. Oh, hang on. No, we're okay. I got 8. So I get to choose one of the telekinesis options, and I'll be taking 2 harm. Because I'm trying not to slow down with our gurney running, so that seems fair. One of the options that I pick is going to be fling something bigger than a person. If there's a jumble of bed frame or something, that's what I'm yeeting behind us.
Okay. That there is a bunch of bed frames, that this hutch desk and such, and then that basically gets flung behind you. That you take that harm from a nosebleed.
Yep. I took the harms.
Alright, and then as that y'all eventually get to make it back to your truck, that y'all just watch up in horror as just that this black dude just almost as if a rhino from Donkey Kong Country pounds through the debris. Not even moves over it.
No.
As he
No.
does that, oh Lord, please may his footing not be strong and him take a tumble that does not greatly harm him or cause permanent injury, but enough to like maybe make him take a minute to like my back or my knees really messed up right now. Like, I need 5, oh Lord. If we could greatly do this, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Cyrus Bartholomew Downs. I used up all my god magic earlier. That spell is a double 1. I rolled snake eyes. I'm taking experience on that. God's like, no.
That guide is just gonna be like,
You still in a body.
nah. I just don't think I can help out with that right now. That I had already used all.
I
of
can't
the
go
power
for
to
that.
Get those squirrels to help. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, is Alabama playing Ole Miss right now?
Yeah,
I
then
can't go
they
for
are
that.
actually
No.
winning.
No.
All right. I'm sorry, God's got a more important thing. He's got to save Ole Miss from being thoroughly embarrassed by Bama. Let's get in the car and go. Just gonna toss it in there next to your box.
Yeet the gurney into the truck bed, throw the tailgate up, and jump into the driver's seat and get ready to gun it.
All right, and give me act under pressure using tough, because that is a lot of steps.
Well, I cannot do help out because that's always a minus.
Alright, I got another 8er from Decatur.
Okay, hard choice, worst outcome, or price to pay?
Price to pay again.
Okay then, how to do this. As you basically get all of that in there that you just see just like this massive, as that you are pulling off, you just see a hand grip onto the driver's side, hold on tight, and then that you just see a face of just that this black man is just like, where do you think you going? And then that he is latched onto it. You remember that scene up in like Underworld Evolution? Whenever then it was the truck scene in the end at the beginning.
Yep.
I think
That
so.
is happening.
It's been a while, but I think so.
All right.
Is he on the driver's side door, or is he on the passenger side door?
He is on the driver's side of the door, screaming at you.
Okay.
So we're in the vehicle.
Driving, and he's on it, latched on, with
right.
palming it like as if it is a basketball.
All right. I'm gonna try to kick some ass real quick, Nico. Unless you got something you're gonna do.
The only thing I could really think, because if I'm driving, the only thing I can think to do that ain't gonna potentially kill this guy, because I'm not trying to do that, would be to just like, cross-body punch him in the face, to get him off my car, but no guarantee there. So if you got a better idea, I'll lean forward and let you do whatever you're gonna do, and then we'll see where we're at.
All right. So rolling weird. That is a 9 on kick some ass.
Okay.
I'm just gonna no and just pop him on all of his fingers to get him to let loose. Like, I'm literally doing a slap, so just the tip of my fingers catch him in the meaty section between his knuckles that make his hand open back up.
Okay, and how much harm would that do?
That's 1 harm for me, dog, because
Okay.
I have martial arts, 1 harm, hand innocuous.
Okay.
I don't know exactly how innocuous works in this case for martial arts, but at least it's not personal like one of the other hand moves. That seems dirty.
That as that you do that it is almost as if like a reflex that his other hand grips on. He doesn't take any damage from that. That you can kind of see like some kind of armor coating or something, and then he just grabs your wrist and bends it for 1 harm.
I take no harm because of my ability to ignore.
And then he just like looks at you like, the fuck is going on here?
Power of the Lord.
Okay, well, if even if I'm driving, can I tell that he's like he withstood whatever it was
Yes.
that
Is
Cyrus
he
was
like holding
doing.
on to like the edge of the window now?
No, that he is like, you know how like whenever you grip a basketball?
Is he doing that to the side of the
Yes!
car? He's straight up palming the
Yes!
side of the... Mother trucking Spider-Man, Neysa.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to then. I would have had my my short sword, my dagger, back in like belt loops.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pull the thing out and like reverse gripping it so that the pommel is to his side, and I'm gonna go for his head with the pommel. So it's hopefully just a concussion and not a blade in his skull.
I'm sorry. I just pop him, and then you're just like, Nick. We're trying to be so good, Neysa.
I'm trying, man. I don't like killing humans. Alright, that is 10 on the 10 on the dice, 12 total.
Okay, then. How much damage is that?
It is a big knife. It is 1 harm hand.
Okay. And what is your extra effect?
I'm looking. I think I'm gonna go with inflicting terrible harm to increase that to +1. So 2 harm total.
Okay.
Hopefully get over whatever armor he's got.
Okay, and then you were able to get through the armor, and then as he's just like, oh, you want to do this the easy way, then it is just like, Aqua, now! And then he just radios in, and then she actually, just shoots her pistol at one of your tires, and then it just causes it to go flat. So you got to.
I keep driving.
Yep.
All right, so we're here.
I keep driving.
All right.
It is what it is. I keep driving.
We're heading back to I-20. This dude's still on the side.
Yes.
We got a flat. All right. I'm very limited in my physical stuff. Like, I'm sorry, Neysa. Like, I'm all weird and research shit.
It's okay. Do you have the expanded, the alternate weird basic moves?
I do not, but I'm just going to roll with what I got for now. So I'm going to try to do my normal stuff because I got no charms. Like, just let go. But no, I can't do that. Okay, so that is doing magic weird 11.
Okay. And what are you doing?
Banishing. I'm banishing.
Bar a place or portal.
I'm barring him from touching the truck.
So, as that, you basically, what is the prayer you say?
All right, Lord, I know you are watching the game, but I also know that you are a massive fan of this style of truck and this brand. Because its logo is very similar to that you like to use in several situations. He's damaging it, and this fellow's a hard-working, I'm assuming you fearing individual. Because I'm assuming to him you would be terrifying, so he would be fearing you. Could you maybe help us not let him damage the truck and off the side? I watched him straight up take a knife. I'm pretty sure hitting the ground ain't gonna hurt him, oh Lord. So I don't think it's not gonna be a fatality.
I can do you one better, and then it is just like that movie scene of as soon as you hear that, it slows down, and he gets boom, shockwave off of the truck slowly as that the truck drives off, and then he does a tuck and roll. He will take some damage to that.
I just want to boom, 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 like a leg going up. He loses a shoe. Oh shit!
He does take some damage, but then he just gets himself just dust up, and then he just gets up into a sprinter's pose and starts chucking it.
Nico, you did not hear me curse. I apologize.
It's alright. I floor the truck, take the first turn I can off whatever road we're on, and just start gunning it down back roads, making a whole bunch of turns, just trying to lose the tail, lose the guy and anybody else following.
Give me and act under pressure, because I've been on these back roads before.
No, man, we heading to 80.
But give me sharp.
I mean, it's still daylight, though, so at least it's not dark. So act under pressure using sharp?
Yes.
Oh, God, of all the times to roll snake eyes. Shit, fuck.
You could use luck.
I know, but Nico's already at 4 of his 7 luck used.
I'm at 2.
I've had some bad times with this guy. I do think this is a cause for another one, though, so I will be spending my 5th luck point for this.
I'm glad I started out with 1 extra luck because of someone's watching out for you.
I have 2 extra,
we will
so
get to
2 left.
Luck cost later. So then you think that you see him up in like your rearview mirror, and then you just remembered that you can take a drive by like that one of what in the world is that plant out there by industry? I forget the smell, but it stinks. It is like, is it the chicken plant? Is it?
It's like a fertilizer plant.
A fertilizer plant.
I think it's like a fertilizer plant.
Yeah. And then you basically like take that curve off of like 80 by the fertilizer plant, and then you actually like remember that there is like another road that is a tricky road that you think you can go straight, but then you know about a turn to go by that the Chickadilly, not a sponsor, and then you basically loop around by the Chickadilly, and then you come back, and then he basically keeps going straight back towards Ruston, so that you have lost him for now.
All right.
Okay.
I'll
find us like a shady pull-out spot somewhere, so that we've got some shade, so we can figure out how to get Chantrell out of the box. Hopefully it's Chantrell in the box.
That the tire that had got shut out would be that the rear driver.
Okay, I mean, it is what it is at this point. I just need to find us a spot with shade so we can try to get Chantrell out of the box. Because at this point, I'm thinking that we just need to get her out of the box, get her awoke, like get her woken back up from the sedatives, and set her loose so she can disappear. Like, that's kind of where I'm at.
That sounds good to me. Like, I'm over here like, I just asked God to yeet a dude off the side of the truck, and the man lost a
And dude was still chasing us down. Like,
and he still chased us.
Just walked it off.
Like, we had a whole Don to Don, like, tossed, flip, thrown moment, and then he just started coming back to the William Tell overture after our asses.
Alright, so then y'all can find like a little shady spot, and then that I need y'all to give me a combined luck roll.
Just straight roll?
Yeah.
A combined what?
A combined luck roll.
I got a 6.
3.
So 9, so 4.5. Okay. Then that, unfortunately, that the shady spot does not have like a, like one of those pop-up tire places that be on the back roads and stuff, that you don't see one of those to get your tire fixed.
I'm pretty sure Nico.
That's okay. I got a full-size spare under the back chassis.
I'm also assuming that Nico has like. I'm also getting that Nico is like a Milwaukee guy.
What does that mean? I'm too southern for that. What's that reference?
Milwaukee Tools.
Oh, I don't know Milwaukee Tools. I don't know.
Okay, so I correct that.
I've got a lug wrench. I've got a jack, like a full-on floor jack. Like, that's I'm good enough to change a tire.
I'm sorry.
At this point,
I was hoping like you open up the chest. There's just a Milwaukee impact driver with the nut on, or the fitting on it, just perfect.
All right, then. So what do y'all want to do about the casket?
All right, you want me to change the tire? You want to change the tire, and whichever one ain't doing it, we try to pop out the Vampirina.
I'll go to work on the casket. I've got blades that hopefully can help us like pry it open. So I'll do that.
I will start trying to change a tire.
Okay, then. Give me what is your strongest stat, Nico?
Tough, +2.
Give me a act under pressure using your tough.
Act under pressure using tough.
Yes.
It cut out again, so I wanted to be sure. I will take a 12, Garcon.
Okay. So easy enough then that you are basically like that, like oh that you know that you know like whoever Snap was, they didn't do a very good job on like trying to lock this, and then you have already knew about like basically getting rid of all of the silver first, and then you just kind of sort of pick the lock, and then you just essentially are able to kind of like just pry open the casket. Meanwhile, you're changing the tire easy enough. Give me a read a bad situation.
Dope.
More dope.
I don't see shit, but I'm going to level up soon if I don't die. I rolled Snake Eyes again, Neysa.
Okay, then let me see that the read a bad situation
happens.
Questions. So
Tiger striped and green. Tiger striped and green dice have now been retired from me rolling them.
what would be the most vulnerable to y'all right now?
Honestly,
Say what?
That rabbit that's on the side of the road that we didn't notice yet. Honestly, the most vulnerable to either of us would be either of us.
Okay.
Right, Neysa?
I think so, yeah. I feel like we're kind of our own worst enemy at some points.
Okay. And then what would you have been doing so much that you wouldn't have not noticed a danger heading your way?
I'm changing a tire on the side of the road, not wanting to get hit by a car.
Okay. So Nico, that you pop open the casket, and then that you see like Chantrell is, you just wait a minute. That you actually see like more so like a African, that you kind of see like a European African woman that is kind of sort of like, you know, that she looks sedated, but her eye has that rapid eye movement going. That she's like hooked up to like some kind of jank looking like IV sedation stuff.
Okay. I will put a thumb above the needle and pull out the IV needle, and then once I get all of, like, I don't know how many needles are in her, but once we get them all out, we'll pull out there was a vial of blood that Kyrie had included in our mission papers, and so I will uncork that vial of blood and like tilt it to her lips.
All right, as that blood drips down into her lips, that her eyes go from like that dilated, glassy look to more natural, as much as a vampire look can go natural, and then that it's just like that scene up in like Hellsing Ultimate, whenever like Cyrus Victoria went all basically vampire mode, whenever her eyes get full red, and just like
yeah.
Hey, Nico, did we stop and think that she's going to be hungry or not when we opened up the box?
You cut out again.
All right. At this point, as he's describing that, just you hear from the side where the wheel's getting changed. Hey, Nico, did we think about if she's going to be hungry or not when she wakes up?
If she is, that's fine. We'll take care of it. She needs to be vertical. She needs to be running. Whatever it takes.
Oh. Okay.
As that you say that, Cyrus, tires are squealing. As that you see like that as that you see like basically like that that they had a backup vehicle, and then that you just see a sniper rifle with just that the eye patch lady is aiming it at you.
Okay, and they're peeling off in our direction.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you, TikTok, for giving me this image. So let's see how the dice go. I'm going to spend luck.
Oh no.
So it's a 12. So that puts me at 3 luck. I spent 3 luck this game, which puts me at 3 luck because I had 1 already that I spent. There's a video where the road buckles unexpectedly due to heat, and a car gets launched. So I'm going to go, oh Lord, this is about to be a big ask right here. I know that you're probably cheering for the Tide right now. However, in the name of St. Ogeron, I need you to make these roads the worst in Louisiana in a way so appropriate and understanding that it would be similar to that of a Hot Wheel track launch system. Right about 15 feet in front of that vehicle that is currently coming to your servant's face at high velocity with a very angry one-eyed lady with a sniper rifle.
You better be lucky that I got the commercials on and I was busy making the holy dip.
Are you making the good ranch?
Yes, the cool ranch, all the ranches.
Even Skinwalker Ranch?
Not that much.
Okay, good. Nico, duck. I'm just gonna
Then
roll.
you just see that the road goes flat, and so it looks like that she's about to shoot. It just apexes like this, and then the car goes, and then that they land in like a thick ass oak tree stuck.
Is it upside down?
Yes.
Nico, please tell me you saw that. I know I got it on the GoPro on my hat.
I'll just kind of say sure. I'm checking on. I'm still trying to make sure that Chantrell is coming back conscious.
She is starting to kind of regain consciousness, and then she's just like, last thing I remember was stabbing some guy in the heart because he had interrupted my coffee. Where am I?
I'll kind of grab her by her chin a little bit here so she focuses. You need to listen very carefully. A government agency kidnapped you. They put you in the box. They had you sedated. We got you free. You need to run. Can you run?
Yeah, that little bit of blood you gave can help out a little bit.
You need to run. You need to hide. You're outside Minden. Do you know where that is?
Yes, I believe so. It's just that I just got done paying off that Pixel phone.
They took her phone.
You need to run. You need to hide. You need to get out of here. Go. And I'll step back from the casket so she can leave.
Alright, that she kind of rises up, kind of like Dracula does in a sense, and just... She is about... And then as she just looks around just like... Thank you. And then as she just basically just books it. She books it due east.
I will roll the gurney out over my tailgate, just leaving it here, and then I'm jumping down to help get the tire changed so we can book it.
Alrighty then.
How far was I into the tire change?
You was pretty much like 4 lug nuts away from just tying it up.
Alright, tight. Look up at the
I do
tree.
take the shot out tire though and throw it up in the bed of the truck. Leave no trace.
Up at the tree and then that somehow that this agent has the cool as a cucumber expression shooting upside down at you. I need to act under pressure from you.
From both of us or
from just Cyrus?
7.
Alright then. Worst outcome, hard choice, or price to pay.
What is the worst outcome?
The worst outcome would be that you dodged the bullet, but she shoots the tire.
What's the price to pay?
Price to pay is that you get shot in the heart, and it's not going to be pretty.
This is a sniper rifle. So I get shot is the cost, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so far and then I already have the hard choice to make: let the tire get shot, or get shot. I'll get shot.
Okay, you get shot. This is going to take 4 harm.
I take 2.
As that you feel this hollow point that is enchanted with a bit of magic and malice at the same time. It's like the Holy Spirit, but it is angry at you.
You got a caster bullet?
And then it just burns in the heart.
My nipple. It burns.
But y'all got the timer, so what are y'all doing?
Out.
I'm
You are
helping
mid-lady.
Cyrus get in the truck, and we rolling. Like, we scooting.
The whole time. You are mean and hateful.
Alrighty then. And then y'all drive.
While we're doing this, because I knew there was magic, I'm going to try to remove a curse. Because I'm assuming this bullet has a curse on it.
Possibly.
Hold on. Nico, I need you to... I know you're driving, but exactly how far from the sternum is this hole?
It looks pretty deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. We're going to hospital unless you fix that now. We're going to hospital. So, hurry up.
Yeah,
So what you gonna do?
I'm doing
Or we're going to hospital.
I'm like, is that where my heart? That's where my heart is, isn't it?
Hurry up.
Not bleeding. Like doing like all the dude things of like, is it that bad? It's not. I could take an aspirin, right?
You
Shit. I'm gonna spend luck again. I'm burning through it this time.
Oh, damn.
Luck.
That's also because there's a good chance Cyrus is gonna retire after this. He's like, no. Alright, so I'm gonna remove the curse that is probably connected to this bullet with magic with a 12.
Somehow, I don't know, it was probably Richard's fault. You had got the most, that you had got a store manager of a place known as Dirt Cheap to be interviewed. That the one and only Luther Anderson.
Oh God.
He was telling you how to remove curses is to just spit on it and pray.
Alright, I'm gonna need
And somehow
you
it worked.
I'm gonna need you, Nico, to not pay attention to me doing a hot tua real quick. Well, I'll spit on that thing and bless it. I'm sorry, I gotta clip that.
I can just only imagine that Chris is gonna be mad he missed out on this.
Jed is too. So yeah, I'll do what Luther taught me about how to do on getting rid of a curse.
And then not only that, that you were able to basically extract it just like almost as if that it was like slime magic in a sense, as much as, whenever it's that nice big thick mucus phlegm, and then the bullet had a tracker in it, and you just toss it out the window.
Just reach in here, just snot and a bullet come out my chest hole.
So grody, but so awesome.
Just like that. Alright. Reach in my pocket, put gauze, tape it, zip the jacket up so that my very nice t-shirt that now has a hole in it is not visible.
Alrighty then. And then I'm not gonna make y'all roll much anymore, because then y'all are out of danger. So basically, a few days pass by, then that y'all are continuing that y'all's interview, and then that a news report comes on. Breaking news. And then that you just see that this representative just Snap is on the television. I have to get the name.
Nico.
And then it is basically like this 40-ish-year-old Caucasian lady that she has some wrinkles, but think like some stringy, strawberry, dirty blonde hair. And then she's just like, my name is Judith Crockett. And then like we were not able to basically apprehend and then complete our job due to, I don't know what happened, then that they botched the mission. But at the same time, that please be on the lookout for those that are trying to harbor supernatural. We do not need them. Please just report them to us if you can. And thank you.
News report goes off.
Yeah.
Nico.
Yes.
I really don't like Ku Klux Karens getting on television telling us how to deal with people.
I will simply pick up whatever I'm drinking that day and just kind of hold it out for a toast, like amen to that kind of a thing.
Amen to that. And
that was good. That was a good line.
And then y'all also get the bleep at the end of that, like $5,000 had just been added to your account from the Johnson estate, and just courtesy of President Tanya Latham.
Did we just get $5,000 from the government while fighting the government?
I'm beginning to think the government is rather fractured.
Well, that's $5,000.
That reminds me. I need to go update my visa.
And then on that note, that was Snaphu.
Thank you, Spence.
So,
God.
did we complete the current mystery?
Yes.
Did
Yes.
you save anyone from intimate harm or worse?
Yep.
I am doing all of the questions from memory.
Hang on. I think I've got them.
We got two. Hold on. Did we
Learn
complete the current mystery?
something new and important about the world.
Yeah.
Yep.
What did we learn?
Snap's a thing.
Yeah. And what did we learn about one of the hunters?
Cyrus got a direct line to Jesus,
Apparently.
and Jesus will answer about 80% of the time.
Alrighty
As
then.
long as the game ain't on.
So then that is 4. So then y'all get the Mark II experience.
I leveled up.
Yeah.
Hey. Alrighty then. Then that that this was kind of a short one, y'all, but then that we do appreciate y'all, and then that I will like hand it off to like Miro for like announcements and stuff for TBA. But thank you guys so much for playing this one. I had this one cooking for months.
I enjoyed this short little thing that we could have for a one shot when we have folks out, because real life and vacations, and it's summer, plus also Neysa's still having to play distance due to car. We need to get that fixed because we miss her.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you very much for. Sorry, that was probably sonically unpleasant. I hit the microphone. Thank you very much for listening and watching. If you catch this later, also thank you for watching. If you can donate to the Trevor Project or St. Jude's, we would greatly appreciate it, because right now any and everybody needs as much help as you can give with the current situation. So if you can do that, we would greatly appreciate it. If not, we understand. Next weekend we will not have a game because it's the 4th of July, and we will all be kind of recovering from our group 4th of July party. We may or may not play tomorrow with Shades. Kyle will be going back to work, so they might not be available because they might still be driving during that time, because they have like 12-hour commutes to their cable jobs. So maybe we'll be on tomorrow night, maybe we won't. So keep an eye out, and we hope that you enjoyed it, and thank you very much for watching. And since Knox is not here,
don't let your meatloaf.
I can't do that one with y'all because of the delay. But don't let your meatloaf.
But thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. Y'all take care. Y'all have a good one.
sorry, Spence.
It's all good.